Welcome to Manor Farm Fishery, and today is challenge day. Jamie set me the challenge, £60 in 60 minutes. Let's go. Oh, look at that, absolute perfect. As it stands at the moment, I just feel like it's not quick enough at the moment to catch that £60. So that bite was less than 30 seconds. We might be pulling off the impossible, you know. Another one. Caught me by surprise, that one did. Oh, we're in. Now we're on for a grandstand finish. So guys, we're here on Island Lake at Manor Farm Fishery, and Jamie set me a challenge, £60 in 60 minutes. It's a bit of a hard task, I think, this one. You know, I'm fishing a method feeder. I'm not allowed to fish the pole down the edge or anything like that. It's mainly a method feeder challenge, and you know, I'm gonna have to be quite positive, I think. There's no point me trying to cast and try and build a swim. I'm gonna have to attack it and really go for this one if I want to complete the challenge. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna target a swim on the island, tight over in shallow water, try and catch fish, have a run of fish really quick on that. But I'm also going to loose feed a pellet line to the aerator just to my left, where at some point in these 60 minutes I'm going to try and drop in on it and get a quick run of fish and be really positive on that line, hoping that I get a real good run of fish and get me to that £60 mark, that I can complete this challenge. So let's just run you through the gear and the bait, and then we'll get started. So just going to run you through the gear I'm using. We've got a Superior X 10-foot feeder rod. It's a bit of a chuck to the island there, so I'm going to use a 10-foot. Got a 520 centrus reel, an elasticated 30-gram method. Using a 30-gram because there's a bit of a shallow, steep shelf out on the island, so I want to try and keep the method on that shelf if I can. And a 4-inch hook length with an MCM size 12 on. We're just going to band a wafter. So that's the gear that I'm going to be using. Just going to run you through the bait. So the bait we're using today, it's quite simple. We got 2mm micros, a mixture of the Fin Perfects and the Pro Feeds, just soaked up nice there. We've got some Method Match Marine, which is a lovely little ground bait that we can change to. We can either put ground bait on a method, or I can add a bit of ground bait to my micros if I want a bit more attraction. And then we got 6mm Fin Perfects. You know, I've only got 60 minutes to catch £60, so I need to be quite positive. I don't want to be waiting around. So I'm going to loose feed these on a line, hopefully drop on it later on and get a good run of fish. And then other than that, we got a little bit of haze just to give my feeder a little bit of a boost, and my hook bait a little bit of a boost. This is the Power Scope X. And then just two different wafters. We got the pineapple and coconut and the washed out wafters. And they're the two hook baits I'm going to be using today. Right, we're off. It's going to start against that island. Hopefully that swan don't get in the way. I'm using a 0.75 tip. I'm not gonna just use a line, just put the tip into the water and just pull the line slightly to sink the line. As I said earlier, it's a steep old ledge over there. So I'm trying to keep that feeder on that ledge. I don't want to be knocking it off. because I've only got an hour, I don't really want to be wasting time building a swim. So I'm going to be quite positive and loose feed some pellets towards that aerator. Hopefully the noise of the pellets going in will drag some fish into that area. I can have a really good run on that at some point. But hopefully I'll nick a few fish in that shallow water early doors. Got a heron over there looking directly over where my method went. I keep poaching a few pellets over here just to try and be a bit positive on that line. Because after sort of 20-25 minutes I'm going to try and drop on this this line that I'm feeding with a catapult. Try and get a quick run of fish. It's typical of the winds picked up now, making it a bit awkward to feed some bait out there, but I'm going to chuck that method again. I don't want to give it too long because I'm not trying to build a swim quite quickly, so just load that method again and get back out in that shallow water. Get back out in that shallow water and hopefully get a little run of fish. As I said earlier, I got a 0.75 tip in. It's something I do a lot when I'm fishing up against islands. I know a lot of other people do as well. It's just so that when you're getting liners and you've got fish around your feeder, the tip can move around and it doesn't dislodge our feeder and make it drop down the shelf, especially when you're fishing against islands and you've got short little shelves before it drops into the deep water. And the reason I said at the start is I feel like I'm up against it. It's a bite. The reason I said at the start I felt like I was up against it is because if you're fishing sort of shallow or down the edge on the pole, you can catch fish really quick. Sometimes on the method, although it can be a really quick method, sometimes it takes you a while to get them out there. It takes you a while to get bites. But that's a good start. We've had 2 or 3 really quick casts. And sort of 8 minutes in we got one, so hopefully that's a sign of things to come, that is. That's a good F1. It's a good F1 around 2 pound. Another quick cast on that island. feel like that shallow water and that line I'm loose feeding is probably going to give me the best chance of catching enough of a weight. I'm just gonna sink that tip again, like I said, and just, there it is, just pull that line to sink the line. And I click that one at 2 pound. A little bit of a line bite then. Just what I said about that 0.75 tip. And a little bit of a line bite then. Now if you're using a 1.5 or a 2 ounce tip, that could have dislodged the feeder. And that feeder could have fell down the shelf. And I had to reel in, bait back up, recast it, and you're just wasting time then. So now a little line bite then. Keep feeding a few pellets on that aerator. Oh, there we are, another bite. There's some reeds to my just off that island there's some reeds to my right, and that one went hell for leather towards those reeds. Managed to get him away from it, but as it stands at the moment, it's just feel like it's not quick enough at the moment to catch that 60 pound. But hopefully when we drop in on that line that I'm feeding positive, hopefully that'll give us a real good quick response. That's a better fish. It's a better fish, that one. Oh, give it a good scrap. It's a better F1, that one. Probably the best part of 3 pound, I'd say. That pineapple and coconut wafter back on and get back out there. I want to give this sort of like 25-30 minutes before I drop on that. Wind caught it a little bit then, so got a little gap of sort of 1.5 meters. Just where that duck is on the far bank, I don't know if you can see that. And every now and again that wind's quite strong. Just makes it hard to get the method exactly where I want it. Because as that fish did then, it went to the right towards those reeds. I don't want to be losing fish in there. That's better. Lovely. Just gonna do the same again. Just hold that line to sink the line. If they do take it, then you just feel them pull the line. Just have a tiny little bend in the tip. Just over a quarter of an hour in. I reckon we got £10 at the moment. It's a bit slower than we need. Keep putting some pellets and being quite aggressive on that aerator. I've not clipped up that aerator, so I'm gonna have to sort of judge it a little bit, because I'm going to use the same rod. Hopefully by the time I drop on that line, just feeding these pellets, I've dragged a few fish in. Just feeding pellets like this is a great way, especially in the summer months, dragging fish into your peg and then obviously catching them on a method. So I'm hoping, now the weather's starting to warm up a little bit, I'm hoping I will drag a few fish in. And give me a few quick bites that I need. Because at the moment I'm a long way off the pace. Oh, there we go. One feels like a small fish. Doesn't feel like an F1. There's a few fish topping to my right hand side in the edge, so it's starting to make me feel like perhaps I've made a mistake here and perhaps I should have fished a little bit more positively in the edge. But you know, we'll stick by our guns, see if we can do what we need to do. It's a little small F1, probably 10 ounce to a pound. Another look. Oh. It's just off to the left a little bit, we'll leave it there. I'm going to go close to £6 and we are 20 minutes in, so we're a little bit behind the pace. Could do with catching a few bigger fish. You could do with a few of those real big F1s or big carp that are in this lake. Try and pull us out of the muck a bit, but I'll get in. It's a little bit quicker than feels a good fish as well, so it's a little bit quicker than previous, so It's another nice F1. Probably £2, but I think we're going to need a few bigger ones than that to stand a chance, to be honest. But because that was such a quick bite, I'm going to give it one more cast before we go on to this. This line by the aerator where I'm feeding pellets. I'll give it one more cast up there because that was quite a quick bite that time. So just give it a squeeze. Typical, just about to cast. The wind picks up again. Seems to do quite a bit. I think I was just in front of the weeds, so I'm gonna leave it there a minute. So we've got 35 minutes left at the moment, so at the moment I'm a bit off a pace. Could do with catching a little run of fish, so I'm hoping at that line on that aerator where I'm still feeding some pellets. I'm hoping that's gonna kick off. I might even be a little bit sneaky now and just loose feed a few on the edge of the platforms up there, just to give me. It's a little bit sneaky, that is, but no, we won't tell anyone. Just fire a few 6mm just off the edge of that platform. Oh, there we are. I just start sticking a few 6mm off the edge of that platform and just give myself a chance that if there's 5 minutes to go and I'm not far off, I could just underarm a method here quickly and see if I can nick that all important fish. But at the moment I'm falling behind. I need to try and make something happen. It's the fish that I'm catching out on that island are not quite big enough. They're not quite big enough at the moment to warrant going all our way. That's another sort of pound fish. So gonna load this method again, and I'm gonna have that first chuck on that line where I'm feeding a few pellets. See if there's a couple of fish being dragged in with that loose feed. No, I haven't clipped up here, so I'm gonna have to dodge it. Oh, look at that. Absolute perfect. Almost hit the aerator, that did. Was that accurate? I think for this last sort of 30 minutes, if I am gonna complete this challenge, then I'm gonna have to have a good run of fish on this line. Yeah, maybe catch one late in that edge. Really could do with emptying a few feederfuls of of micros down here, but I just haven't got the time, so. Bite then. It's a good sign that we've had a quick bite on that pinging line. There's a slightly bigger fish as well. So a 2 pound fish. We haven't got long left, but hold him up a little bit. Good 2 pound F1. Well, just under 2 pound I'd say he is, but if we can keep getting a few bites like that and then drop down that edge and maybe catch a couple, we might be pulling off the impossible, you know. I'm gonna chuck that aerator because seems to be a few fish knocking about there now. So just do the same again. Just pull the line to sink the line. Put a slight bend in the rod. I'm going to carry on sneaking a few sixes down that edge as well, just to give me some way to drop on. Couple of liners here now as well. Obviously a few fish mooching around on that on those pellets I've been feeding out there. So just keep firing a few pellets out. The wind's just gone nasty now, just after that one I had really quick. Only sort of 20 odd minutes left of this match, you know, this challenge. I think if I don't get one quick now, I'm gonna have to have a little drop on that side and see if I can put an indication in. A few indications there's signs of fish in the peg, but I was just about to move that then, just about to bring it in and have a look down that edge. Oh, that's gone really quick, that one is. Hopefully I can catch. Feels a good fish. Yeah, there's no ref one. Hopefully I can catch another one or two there quickly and then spend the last sort of 10 and 15 minutes in that edge. See See if we can catch a few big boys to get me out of trouble. Maybe we'll give it one more cast there. Just to see if a few fish turned up there. Now one more cast there quickly, and then we'll have a little look at that edge. Shouldn't really have fed that edge line really, but just felt like it was really too slow on those other two lines to complete the challenge. And you know, at the end of the day, you need to sort of be in it to win it, so give that sink that line there. Now when they turn up, it can be mega quick. It's just building that line up. Just gonna feed a couple more pellets on that edge. Just keep it primed. Another one. Caught me by surprise, that one did. Got my catapult in. But that's a good sign. You know, that's really, really quick, that was. So that bite was less than 30 seconds after I tightened up the feeder. So now we're starting to, the fish is still not quite big enough for me to catch up at the moment, but we can get a quick couple of casts and a couple of fish. I'm not going to be a million miles away. Now one more cast there quickly. I want to spend that last sort of 15 minutes down that edge, so we can catch a couple of bigger fish to try and get somewhere near the 60-pound mark. If this was a match situation where I had sort of 5 hours, you know, I could have spent an hour or two over on our far side and then primed this line up and the edge line up to have a real good finish, but Jamie's not giving me that. He's giving me 60 minutes and that's it, so we've had to force it a little bit, but a few fish starting to come into those loose fed pellets now. Still going to keep trickling a few down that edge because I'm hoping that maybe a few big carp or something like that might be willing to come down there and maybe bump me right up, but just give this another sort of 30 seconds. Oh, there we are. So that was lovely hours. We had a couple of indications and literally I wanted to leave it 30 seconds. I didn't want to leave it any more than that because I really want to go down that edge. I just feel that the fish want to be in shallow water, but chucking to that island is a little bit too not going to be quick enough. So that was a good an hour, so that went around so quick. I'm going to drop down that edge now and see if I can catch. See if I can get a couple of bites on that edge, because I think if I catch them in that edge, they're going to be a bit bigger. Hopefully a bit bigger. And maybe I can catch them a little bit quicker. So I really need a quick little burst in this edge. You know, when they're in the edges, it can be very, very quick. But we'll drop it in and see if anything's in there. Hopefully they're queuing up over those pellets I put in, and we can get a real quick response and build a bit of a weight. But if I'm perfectly honest, I don't think I'm going to catch enough to complete the challenge. Oh, they went in straight away. Just goes to show that they really want to be in shallow water. You know, that was in there less than 15-20 seconds after tightening up. So nice F1, probably £2 again, maybe just over £2, but it's a good fish now. This is what we need now, is to catch a few of these. You know, it's probably £2, maybe £3 that one. I'll give him £3, which means we're up to sort of £19-20 now. So I'll just put another bait on. Now that was so quick. It was like 15 seconds. I've been in the water. I literally tightened up and it's gone round. So I'll have another little drop there. Ducks are there, but I don't think the ducks are bothering the fish, to be honest. Just underarming it just off the edge of that platform. You know, and that was like really, really quick, that one. I didn't even have time to put a little bit of pellets in my mould, and it was around. It's got a little line there straight away then. I hadn't even tightened up then, and I was getting indications. There's clearly a few fish there. And this is what I mean about the 0.75 tip. You know, exactly the same as down that edge as it is over on that island. I'm getting line bites, but it's not dislodging the feeder. Getting the indications on the tip, but it's not dislodging our feeder to there we are, look at that. Straight away again. Now we've only got sort of like 15 minutes left, but how quick this is. I could put a good weight together and start getting them on a bung, I guess. Need the fish to be slightly bigger, but if we can put a few fish together now, you never know. Just another just over a pound fish. Let's get back down there as quick as possible. I feel like I've been slightly unlucky with the size of the fish today, but you know, that's fishing at the end of the day. So get back down there. Get back down there and see if we can get another one. Those last two have been so quick. I could probably catch another 5 or 6 in this last sort of 14 minutes or so is left. So another indication straight away there then. Oh, we're in again. Well, this is what we want. We want some slightly better fish. You know, there's only like sort of, there's not long left at all now. 13 minutes. If I can catch a couple of carp really quick. Might be able to do it. So quick now this is down here. Oh, it's a big F1 that is. If all my F1s were that size, we would have completed the challenge already, but they haven't been, so he's probably best part of £5 that fish is there, £4-5. Right, let's get back down there. Get back in there. Catch another one because we're running out of time here now. Oh, we're in. Now we're on for a grandstand finish. Literally the feeder's in their seconds and they're on. Now we're coming. Now that's from time we cast out to time the fish has landed. It's seconds now. Totally different to fishing on that island or even on that bomb line. Well, bomb line where it's pinging. I mean, it's just so much quicker. This line now though, probably should have emptied a little bit of bait at the start with a little bait up feeder. He's really coming into his own now. Oh, there's no one on. This is brilliant now, but sadly I think I'm just gonna run out of time. I'm gonna keep going as quick as we can, see if we can catch them. But think we're going to get beaten by the clock, but this last sort of 15 minutes, wouldn't be surprised if I caught sort of 8 to 10 fish in this time. I'm not squeezing the method as hard as it was out there, just because I know it's shallow and I want that method opening up really quick because there's that many fish there. I want to sort of land on the bottom and open it up as quick as I can get it to open, just because I know there's a lot of fish there. I want to try and get those bites as quick as possible. We've literally got 5 minutes left, but we've had sort of probably 4 or 5 fish in the last 5 minutes. Literally, it's hitting the water and it's seconds and you get indications on the tip, and it's not long after this going round. So quick. It makes me think whether I should have dropped on this line 20 to 30 minutes to go instead of persevering. This is so good now that wish I'd done this earlier, to be honest. I'm trying to rush him a little bit now, but if they're a bigger stamp as well, I think we would have been somewhere near, but just go as long as we can. This last 15 minutes I haven't been clicking because I've just been trying to catch, concentrating on the fishing and trying to catch as many as I possibly can. So I honestly haven't got a clue what weight they've got, but somehow don't think it's going to be enough, but you never know. We can catch a couple more. Real quick the fish are taking it. I reckon I got enough time for 2 more fish. There we are. Now if I rush this in, I think I'll have time for another fish. I'm not sure, but hopefully I'll have time for another one. That's a great big one as well. I'll try and get that one in as quick as I can. Load on method and see if I can get in and catch another one. Some great big F1s down that edge. Right. Don't know whether we're going to have time here, but here we go. Oh, there we are. Well, that's it. All done. Jamie's called it. I don't think I've done enough, but I did have some really big ones down that edge last coming off. But let's weigh in and we'll see. That's a bit more than I thought in here, ain't it? They're big old F1s, aren't they?
Yeah, nice day.
Don't realise how big they are.
Oh, still one in there.
There's one.
£52 exactly.
£52.
Lovely day.
Not quite enough for the challenge, but
Still a nice day.
still a nice day. Put them back. So there are, guys, challenge is done. Didn't quite make it. £52. Supposed to have 60, but you know, we live and learn. I made a few mistakes. I think I should have gone down that edge a little bit earlier because the fish were a lot bigger and the bites were so quick. So made a few mistakes, but that's life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll have loads more content like this going on very shortly.